I believe the King James Bible is the Word of God because the instruments of its preservation. I'll tell you something else. I believe the King James Bible is the Word of God because the honesty of its preservation. That is, when those fellows came to a word that wasn't in the Greek or Hebrew and had to add an English word to make sense, they put it in italics. So, what do you think about the italics of the King James Bible? The italics of the King James Bible are a mark of the man who does the translating as an honest man. When he came across there and knew he had to put something in to make it make sense, he put it in italics so you know it wasn't in the Hebrew, it wasn't in the Greek. That means it's an honest translation. And these Bibles that don't have it in italics and don't have any italics in them are fellows who've added to the Word of God without letting you know where they added to the Word of God. The King James Bible is an honest translation. You say, what about adding the Word of God like that? Well, when they add, they let you know where they added so you wouldn't think it was the Word right there. And sometimes you have to do that. Anybody knows that. You can pick up any Bible on this earth and look through it, and you'll find there place after place after place where if you didn't add a verb or add something, it wouldn't make any sense at all. The idiom change. You say, do you believe God led him and guided him in that? Yeah, I sure do. I sure do. Matter of fact, I know he did. You say, how do you know that? I read one time over there in 1 John chapter 2 that if a man denies the Son, he denies the Father. And I read if he confessed the Son, then he had the Father also. And notice half the verse from italics. Half the verse. When the King James translators sat down and came to that verse, they couldn't find half the verse. But they said, seems to me like it belongs there. So it wrote down in italics. You know what happened 200 years after they wrote that thing down? They found Greek manuscripts. You know what was in the Greek manuscripts? The half of the verse they put down in italics. You better watch that book. You better watch that book.